Have you ever felt like life has pushed you to the edge, leaving you shattered, broken, and wondering if you'll ever rise again? Have you ever faced moments so dark that even your own reflection feels like a stranger? If you have, then you already know something most people never understand. Pain is not just a part of life, it is life. And what separates those who crumble under it from those who soar above it is not luck, intelligence, or talent. It is the choice to turn that pain into power today. You are going to discover how the people who have faced the deepest tragedies transform their suffering into unstoppable strength. If you stay with this video until the very end, you will uncover not just inspiration, but the secrets to harness your own pain to rise, to speak with courage, and to step into your true power in ways you never imagined. Pain is a strange teacher. At first, it feels cruel, unfair, and endless. It whispers that you are weak, that your dreams are too far, and that the world is against you. And in those moments, it is easy to believe it. The heart races, and the soul feels trapped in a storm that has no end. But here's a truth that only a few ever truly grasp. Every person who's achieved greatness has felt that same storm. Every leader, every visionary, every human who has touched the extraordinary has faced moments where the world seemed to collapse around them. The difference is not in avoiding pain, it is in facing it, embracing it, and letting it transform the inside out. Think about it for a moment. Every time life has knocked you down, every failure, every loss, every betrayal, you were given a choice. You could surrender to the darkness, or you could stand up and let that darkness sharpen you. Every tear, every sleepless night, every shattered hope contains the seeds of your transformation. Pain does not diminish your power. It is the forge that creates it. When you understand this, you begin to see your struggles not as obstacles, but as stepping stones. Each setback becomes a lesson, each one a badge of resilience, each moment of despair an invitation to rise. The human mind is wired in a fascinating way. Pain captures attention, yes, but it also builds empathy, sharpens focus, and ignites an inner fire that comfort never could. When life pushes you to the edge, it awakens a part of you that has been dormant, waiting for a challenge worthy of your strength. It forces clarity, demands courage, and reveals the truth of who you really are. And this is where transformation begins, not in moments of comfort, but in moments of struggle. Every person who learned to turn pain into power discovered one thing first: the power to change your life always begins within. And it doesn't stop there. The strength you gain from overcoming hardship is not meant to remain. It is meant to be shared, to be felt, and to ripple outward. Those who have walked through fire and emerged stronger speak differently. They inspire naturally, lead confidently, and communicate with authority because their words carry the weight of experience. When you learn to embrace your pain and transform it into power, your voice changes. It becomes compelling, authentic, and magnetic. People listen because your story resonates with their own struggles, even if unspoken. Pain becomes your teacher, and your voice becomes your weapon, the tool to inspire, to lead, and to leave a mark on the world. So, if you're watching this right now and feel crushed by life, know this: the storm will pass, but what you do with it will define the rest of your life. Your pain is not a prison, it is a path. It is the raw material of greatness. And by the end of this video, you will not just hear stories of triumph, you will understand how to step into your own power, how to speak with authority born of experience, and how to turn your deepest struggles into your most extraordinary strength. Stay with me, because what comes next may just change the way you see yourself, your life, and your future forever. Pain is not the enemy you think it is. It is a signal, a guide, a mirror reflecting the truths you often avoid. When life shakes you, it is not trying to break you, it is forcing you to grow. Every loss, every failure, every heartbreak carries a hidden lesson waiting to be uncovered. The people who rise above tragedy do not ignore the pain. They feel it, confront it honestly, and then use it as fuel to build a life far stronger than before. This is the secret. Suffering alone does not make you weak, but refusing to learn from it does. Think about it. Every time you've stumbled, every moment you've thought, I cannot go on, you were being tested. Your mind and body were being given a choice to bend under pressure or to bend the pressure into strength. And those who have turned pain into power chose the latter. They transformed fear into courage, despair into determination, and doubt into unwavering focus. They understood a simple but profound truth: pain is temporary, but the power you extract from it lasts a lifetime. Your struggles are not setbacks, they are stepping stones. Each scar tells a story of endurance, each wound carries a lesson in resilience. The mind, when challenged, adapts, strengthens, and evolves. The heart, when broken, learns depth, empathy, and clarity, and the soul, when tested, discovers its unshakable core. This transformation is not instant and is not easy, but it is possible. The moment you stop seeing yourself as a victim and start seeing yourself as a warrior is the moment everything changes. You begin to speak with authority, act with confidence, and inspire without trying. Every word you utter carries weight because it comes from experience, from fire, from survival. Pain becomes the forge where character is built, and every trial becomes a lesson in mastery, not just of life, but of yourself. Remember, this strength is not born from comfort. Power is not given, it is earned through endurance, reflection, and action. When you begin to embrace your struggles, you awaken a force inside that cannot be shaken. Your pain, once feared, becomes your greatest asset. It is the secret foundation of every story of triumph, every leader's voice, and every life that refuses to be defined by hardship. Every story of triumph begins with a moment of unbearable pain. Imagine someone losing everything they held dear: home, security, loved ones, and feeling the crushing weight of despair. In that moment, most would surrender, accepting life as something cruel and unforgiving. But some do not. They take that raw, unrelenting suffering and refuse to let it define them. They rise. They fight. They rebuild. One person, faced with a life-altering setback, found themselves alone, stripped of comfort, and facing uncertainty that would paralyze most minds. Yet, instead of giving in, they chose to confront their reality with clarity and courage. Every day became a challenge, every obstacle a teacher. Pain forced them to look inward, to understand their own strengths, and to discover a resilience they never knew existed. Slowly, step by step, they transformed loss into ambition, fear into focus, doubt into determination. Another faced betrayal and failure that left them questioning their worth. The world had turned its back, leaving only silence where support should have been. Most would retreat, hiding from disappointment and masking grief. But they chose differently. They allowed the pain to fuel their growth, to sharpen their mind, and to strengthen their voice. With time, they emerged not just healed, but empowered, able to inspire others simply through the authenticity of their experience. Every word they spoke carried the weight of survival. Every action reflected unwavering resolve. And every step forward became a testament to the human spirit's unbreakable strength. These stories are not about luck, talent, or privilege. They are about choice, the conscious decision to rise when life falls hardest. They show that transformation does not happen in comfort, but in courage. Pain does not destroy, it reveals. It uncovers hidden strength, ignites unshakable determination, and molds ordinary people into extraordinary beings. And here is the truth that changes everything. You do not need permission to rise. You do not need validation to heal. The power to turn your own pain into unstoppable force has always been within you. Every setback, every heartbreak, every trial is simply a spark waiting to ignite your fire. Pain not only shapes resilience, it shapes the way you speak, the way you lead, and the way you connect with the world. Those who have faced hardship develop a voice that commands attention, not because it is loud, but because it carries authenticity. Every word is weighted with experience, every sentence resonates with truth, and every pause reflects reflection. Communication becomes a tool of influence, born from the lesson the struggle can teach. When life tests you, it forces clarity. It strips away pretenses and reveals what truly matters. People who have emerged from tragedy understand this instinctively. They do not speak to impress, they speak to connect. They do not aim to dominate, they aim to inspire. Every story of overcoming adversity becomes a bridge, allowing others to see themselves reflected in that journey. This is why leaders who rise from their trials are so compelling. Their words are proof of survival, endurance, and transformation. Communication in the face of pain is powerful because it is real. When you have faced loss, betrayal, or failure, you stop fearing judgment. You stop pretending to be perfect. You start speaking with clarity, conviction. People feel it instantly. There is a magnetic energy in a voice that has endured storms, that has been forged in the fires of adversity. It does not need embellishment. It does not need applause. Its strength lies in its truth. And here is the secret you can develop this power too. Every challenge you face, every hardship you endure, every moment you choose to confront fear rather than flee from it, adds depth to your voice. Pain becomes a teacher, struggle becomes training, and your voice becomes a reflection of your inner strength. Speaking with authority is not about the words themselves, it is about the life behind them. Your past, no matter how painful, is a reservoir of power. The battles you have fought, the nights you have endured, and the obstacles you have overcome can all be transformed into the language of leadership. Every sentence you speak, every idea you share carries the potential to inspire, to influence, and to ignite change because it comes from a heart that has survived and a mind that has been sharpened by fire. Turning pain into power is not just a mindset, it is a practice. It begins with a choice to face the truth of your struggles rather than hide from them. Each time you confront your fear, each time you acknowledge your hurt, you claim a piece of your own strength. The mind has a remarkable ability to adapt, to learn, and to grow when challenged. Struggle is not punishment, it is training. Every difficulty you endure is shaping your resilience, sharpening your focus, and preparing you for a life that is bigger than your past. The first step is awareness. Recognize the lessons hidden in hardship. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this pain? How can this experience make me stronger, wiser, and braver? Pain loses its power when you see it as a teacher rather than a threat. It becomes a guide that points the way to personal growth and untapped potential. The second step is action. Strength is forged through movement, not rumination. Every small effort, every courageous decision, every step forward, even when the path feels impossible, adds to your inner power. You cannot wait for life to soften. You must rise within it. The third step is voice. Speak your truth with courage, honesty, and clarity. The experiences you have endured give you authority. Your words carry weight because they are born from struggle, from endurance, from survival. When you share your journey, even quietly, even within yourself, you create a force that cannot be ignored. People respond to authenticity. They follow those who lead from experience, not scripts. They listen to the voice of someone who has faced adversity and refused to be defeated. Finally, remember this. Your pain is not a weakness. It is your greatest asset. Every scar, every wound, every hardship contains the blueprint of power. By facing it, learning from it, and expressing it with courage, you turn your struggles into strength, your failures into lessons, and your life into a story that inspires others. The power is already within you. All you need to do is claim it. Your pain is not your enemy. It is the foundation of your strength. Every trial you have faced, every heartbreak, every failure has been quietly preparing you for the person you are meant to become. Imagine what it feels like to finally realize that the very struggles that once crushed you are now the forces that lift you higher than ever before. This is the power of transformation, the magic of endurance, and the truth that every survivor eventually discovers your suffering is not wasted, it is working for you. When you embrace this truth, something extraordinary happens. You stop fearing hardship because you know it cannot break you. You stop seeking approval because you have already survived the world's harshest tests. You begin to act with courage, speak with authority, and live with a confidence that is undeniable. Every scar becomes a story of victory, every setback a lesson in resilience, and every challenge an opportunity to grow stronger than you ever thought possible. The mind that has faced suffering becomes sharper. The heart that has endured loss becomes wiser. The soul that has survived hardship becomes unshakable. This is why those who rise from tragedy inspire others. They do not only teach with words, they teach with their presence, their confidence, and their unwavering refusal to be defeated. You begin to see yourself not as someone who has been broken, but as someone who has been forged, tempered, and strengthened. And here is the most important truth. The power to change your life is already within you. You do not need permission. You do not need luck. You do not need perfect circumstances. Everything you need, the courage, the wisdom, the resilience has already been built inside you by the very challenges you wished you could escape. The question is simple. Will you claim it? Will you rise above the pain and allow it to shape you into someone unstoppable, unshakable, and unforgettable? Remember this, your past does not define you. Your pain does not imprison you. It empowers you. And the moment you truly believe that, you will realize that no force on earth can ever stop the person who has learned to turn suffering into strength. Word count to 30, 45 words. Now is the moment to claim the power that has always been inside you. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every failure you have endured has been shaping you for this very point in your life. The storms you survived were not meant to break you. They were meant to prepare you to rise higher than ever before. When you finally see your struggles as the fuel for your growth, everything changes. Pain comes purpose, and fear becomes the spark that ignites action. The strongest people are not those who have never fallen. They are those who fell, got up, and kept moving forward despite the weight of the world pressing down on them. Each setback you have faced is a step in your journey. Each scar a symbol of your resilience, and each tear a reminder that you are alive, capable, and ready. Nothing in life is wasted. Everything you have endured is teaching you, shaping you, giving you the tools to achieve greatness. True power comes from embracing your own story, not hiding from it. Speak your truth boldly, act with conviction. Let the strength you gained from hardship flow into every part of your life. People will feel it. They will be inspired not by your perfection, but by your authenticity, your courage, and your refusal to be defined by pain. The voice that emerges from struggle carries authority, magnetism, and the ability to ignite change in others. You have everything you need to rise. The challenges you once feared are now the building blocks of your strength. The pain that once held you down is now your foundation for success. The person you are becoming is stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than the person who began this journey. Remember this, life does not happen to you, it happens for you. Every difficulty is a teacher, every obstacle a stepping stone, and every struggle a chance to rise. You have survived, you have endured. And now it is time to transform your past, your pain, and your experience of the unstoppable power that will define your future. Stand tall. Speak boldly. Rise without fear. Now is the time to step into the life you were meant to live. All the struggles, all the pain, and all the moments of doubt were leading you to this very point. You are stronger than you realize, braver than you believe, and more capable than you have ever imagined. Every scar, every setback, every failure is not a mark of weakness. It is proof of survival, proof of growth, proof that you are ready to rise and take what is yours. The power to change your life is not waiting outside, it has always been within you. Every hardship you faced has built resilience. Every challenge has sharpened your mind. Every moment of despair has strengthened your heart. You carry within you a force that cannot be shaken, a strength that cannot be broken, and a voice that can move mountains. The only thing left is for you to claim it. Stand tall and embrace your journey. Speak boldly, not because you need recognition, but because your truth has value. Live courageously, not because life is easy, but because you have already survived its harshest trials. Let your experiences shape you, but never let them limit you. The pain you once feared can now be your compass, guiding you toward the life you are meant to create. Remember this, you are not defined by what has happened to you. You are defined by how you respond. You are defined by your choices, your courage, and your commitment to rise above every obstacle. Every day of the chance to turn struggle into strength, fear into courage, and pain into power, the life you dream of, the voice you want to be heard, the impact you want to make. It all begins the moment you decide to rise fully into your own power. Do not wait any longer. Claim your strength, speak your truth, live with purpose, transform your pain into unstoppable power, and let the world witness the incredible force you were always meant to be. Today, right now, this is your moment to rise. So, what will you do with your pain? Will you let it break you, or will you turn it into your greatest power? Every story you've heard today proves one thing. Strength is built in struggle. Courage is born in hardship. Every challenge is an opportunity to rise higher than ever before. If this video inspired you even a little, imagine what staying connected with Motivation Vault can do for your life. Here you'll find daily motivation, real-life stories of triumph, and the tools to unlock your true potential. So ask yourself, are you ready to claim your power and transform your life? If the answer is yes, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the Motivation Vault family. Your journey to unstoppable strength starts today and will be with you every step of the way.